Welcome to the University of Houston Downtown.
Welcome to UHD.
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 Dear freshman me, one goal that has changed since my freshman year was, well, to graduate in 4 years and get a job. But I've been here a while. I've been here more than 4 years. And now one of my biggest goals is just establishing connection. That's something I learned along the way. Having connections goes a really long way.
Dear freshman me, I wish I knew about the Campus Activities Board. I'm a part of the Campus Activities Board now. I actually do like social media for them. So I think it's been a big part of my collegiate journey. And dear freshman me, wish I knew about the Campus Activities Board.
Dear freshman me, one club that really changed my path was Scholars Academy. The first time I joined it because of the money, that was the truth. And then they had an opening for an ambassador opening. And you wouldn't know what you're good at until you tried it. And I decided to try being an ambassador, and it turns out I'm great as an ambassador. That is one thing that I can brag about myself. I really love talking to people. I found out that I have a great interpersonal skills, altruistic skills, and it also really showed who my calling was.
Dear freshman me, one club that changed everything for me was Association for Computing Machinery. It not only gave me a sense of belonging, but it also gave me community. In a place where I felt a little unsure of my role in tech, being a part of this club through workshops, hackathons, and the supportive community, it not only taught me the technical skills I needed to succeed, but it made me see that so many things were possible.
In my first semester, I walked into the wrong class, and it was a pretty hilarious interaction with the teacher, with the professor. But overall, at the end, we laughed about it. I asked him if he was just finishing the class or starting the class. It ended up being he was finishing the class and my class was about to start. But overall, we just laughed about it and we had a great time. We had a belly laugh, and after that, just stayed there and waited for my class to show up.
Here's what a typical day looks like for me. I show up early to my 11 o'clock chemistry class, and after my chemistry class, I go hit up the Gator Cafe, and then I go to the library on the 5th floor and I study or start my assignments, and then I attend my last 2 classes.
One way that I keep track of everything in college, it is a lot of things. It's not like high school. I use a planner, a physical planner, and I plan a lot of things. I write that I have this assignment to do, and then I go home, I have another planner. So technically I have 3 planners.
When I'm already halfway through the day and I'm having a bad day, I just take a step back and I'm just like, well, since nothing is going how I want it to, I'll just do what I want to do. So I just go out, take the train, go to like a boba shop or just get a dessert, and then I just text my friends, hey, you guys want to hang out? And then I just restart and just try to make the day better. And then the next day always comes. So
When I need to recharge, I go to the student center because they have pool, ping pong, and people can even bring their own gaming consoles. Sometimes the days can get a little hectic, so I like to go there. Maybe win a game of pool or ping pong, whichever I'm feeling.
what made me step out of my comfort zone was getting a job on campus. I became a student worker last year, and honestly, it made me really come out of my shell. I was very introverted. I didn't like going out. I liked my room. And when I got a job, I started talking to staff. I started talking to students. And honestly, it's just been an amazing experience just getting to know everyone and just becoming better socially.
One advice that I would give you if you're still looking for your place is to get yourself out there. Get yourself involved with UHD. UHD have a lot of events, have a lot of talk show, have a lot of mixers. Just get yourself out there. Do a lot of volunteer work, community service. If somebody's just there talking about something, just go there, sit there. I was recently majoring in nursing before, and then I changed to business, and that's because I got myself out there. I saw a lot of things. I saw that I don't really want to be a nurse. I actually really love to be a business, and that's because I involved myself more and more in UHD.
I found my place at the UHD Library Book Club because I was able to have a sense of community and collaborate with individuals who found reading just as fun as I did.
I feel most like myself on campus when I'm at the UHD Wellness and Success Center. I actually work over there. I've been working over there for 2 years, and it is very, very engaging. If you like to work out, definitely go there. If you like to play basketball, you could go there. If you like to play pickleball, badminton, and a bunch of different other things, we have so many things that you can do at our UHD Wellness and Success Center. It's a great time. I love being there, and so yeah.
Freshman first. When I first got to UHD, I took the tour, like everyone else. And when I came here on the first day of class, I really thought it was gonna be like very calm. It's like, oh, it's just a little building in downtown. Like, I don't think it's gonna be that crazy. And the first day I walked in the third floor hallway, I went in and it was just chaos everywhere in a good way. And there was clubs, like people were trying to get you to join their club, and then you had like everyone welcoming you and like, here, take this t-shirt, here, take this bag. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so crazy. And I was like, wow, it's a great college. And I even joined a club on my first day, like right there in the third floor hallway.
Freshman first. My first I really go here moment was when I did UHD Gator Serve on MLK Service Day, and I got my first UHD merch. It was a Gator Serve t-shirt. I was really happy to get that.
One awkward thing that happened my first semester was I actually had a lab on a Tuesday, but I went to the one on the Monday. So I went to my class, I sat in a group, we formed a bond together, I joined the group chat, we got a locker assigned to us. Come to find out that my lab was actually on Tuesday. Then I went, but more friends.
So, freshman first, I definitely walked into the wrong class one time. Here's what happened. So, it was one of my first times over here at UHD, it was probably the first or second week of school. And I remember I walked in to the wrong class. Everybody, once I walked in, started looking at me. I asked the professor, hey, is this the right class I'm supposed to be in? They were like, nah, I don't see you on the roster. I felt super embarrassed. Guys, remember to come here a week before school. Look at where your classes are. Unless you're gonna have that awkward moment and you're gonna have everybody staring at you, It was a pretty funny moment, but know where your classes are. That's one thing I would tell y'all.
Freshman first. My first This is College realization was when I had my first 5-page essay due on a random Tuesday night, and I was cramming up all of that work on a Monday night. And I realized that I really couldn't do that for the rest of the semester. So something that I did differently was that I created an agenda with all of my due dates and assignments for each and every class.
Freshman first. One funny thing and awkward thing that happened with my first semester was me and my friend made a deal that we wanted to go to all the places in UHD. So we decided to go to the 11th floor. We took the elevator, went up there, and turns out the elevator only goes up, it does not go down. So we were stuck. I was the only one panicking. She was the one that was very nice. And she found that there was stairs, so we went down to the 10th floor and went back up there. What was the hardest adjustment for me in college was morning classes. I live very close to my high school, so I can just walk to my high school, get there early, and I thought that okay, I can get here by 10 o'clock, but I could not get to school here by 10 o'clock. I always get here late. I always get here when my professor is always here, and then one time, finally, I did it, and I sat there, and my professor was looking at me, looked with a proud face, like, you did it finally. But that was the hardest thing for me to adjust, is getting here early and getting used to morning classes.
We've been there too. One thing that has helped me get through a rough patch is just knowing who are your advisors, your campus resources. I failed a class, I've dropped class, and honestly, just the answers are all there. Just go to your advisor. People are here to help you.
We've been there too. The hardest adjustment when I started college was asking for help. But with the help of my advisors, I was able to get that guidance and the navigation that I need. They were very responsive, always answering my emails promptly. I could schedule Zoom meetings just so I could get a bearing on my class schedule and just any advice that I needed to navigate through UHD.
We've been there too. At first, I felt like, man, I'm coming into a new university. I just came from high school. I felt like, man, I didn't know a lot of people. I didn't have a lot of friends. I only had some people from high school come here. And I talked to them a little bit, but didn't even really talk to them in high school. So at first, I kind of felt lost. I kind of didn't feel like I had a lot of friends. I felt like I was out of my comfort zone, out of place. And I'm a talkative person, and I was feeling out of place. But then I realized there's so much that this university has to offer. Be open, communicate. That's what I did. Look, I'm even in a fraternity. It's pretty cool. And I'm in an organization, got multiple jobs on campus. So at first you might feel lost, left out, but definitely use your resources.
One thing I wish I knew is that hard work does pay off in the long run.
Where is my favorite place to study on campus? It's gotta be the second floor. There's a lot of noise down there, but I'm in the Campus Activities Board. Of course, I got my own office.
My favorite spot in UHD is ACAT 700 because it has a pretty view to downtown. It's pretty calm and I like that. What about you?
My favorite studying spot is the 5th floor library because it's really quiet and depending on where you sit, you have good lighting.
Something that I always tell new students is to not be afraid of using the resources around campus. If you don't know the resources, feel welcome to come down to the welcome desk and ask about those resources that you may be wondering about.
One thing I like to tell new students is that get to know your campus and most importantly, consider downtown as your campus. There's so many places to eat. Once you get to know it, you can take the train, you can go anywhere. The post is right here, the aquarium is right behind me, the theater district is also behind me, so it's just great just taking your friends and going after school.
The best campus resource in USD is going to be the food market. I'm usually always there every single time. Each week they have each pound. They have 30 pounds each week and 120 a month. And I always go over that because I'm always there.
The campus event that I never miss is the library movie days near the library. They always show the best movies and you get free popcorn. It's really nice and cozy.
At the University of Houston downtown, we want our graduates prepared to take on the world. That's why we're launching a brand new initiative, a Quality Enhancement Plan, or QEP for short. So, what is our QEP? It's called Beyond the Bayou, Transferable Skills for the 21st Century. This QEP focuses on 4 essential skills: communication, decision-making, professionalism, and technology. Students can earn micro-credentials and digital badges in these areas, making their degrees even more powerful. So next time someone asks, what's UHD's QEP? You say, it's Beyond the Bayou, Transferable Skills for the 21st Century. Let's know it.